Harry, my co-founder, and I have been friends for a very long time. We actually met when we were still at university in University of Stellenbosch in 2001. And I always admired him for his entrepreneurial spirit. I used to be, after studies, I went on and became an investment banker, and I used to work in both London and the United States, and then came back to Johannesburg where I joined Toit Bank. And in 2014, I left Toit Bank to pursue some entrepreneurial ventures. I started two companies. The one I closed down within 30 days because it wasn't the world's best idea. And the second company was still going when Harry approached me and said he's got an idea. Harry was a lawyer. He was working for a property firm, and he had realized that there had to be a better way at selling property. He had, as part of his role, sold a couple of houses, made quite a lot of money, and thought, well, here's an opportunity, it's really easy. We started looking into the business, and within a week we realized that it wasn't as easy as we had thought it would be. And that kicked off almost an 18-month process in which we looked at literally every aspect of the property sales journey and value chain, and to try and understand how can we improve it. And for us, there was a number of really interesting revelations during the process. The one big one was the fact that an agent was doing way too much in the traditional space, and the right people were not doing the right things at the right time. And an easy example to show is, for instance, if you're an agent, you have to do everything from generating your own leads to doing your own valuations, taking your own photos, doing all the viewings, picking up the phone calls, buying buyers back, sellers back. It just limits your capacity to be really efficient. And so what we did at Leadhome was we spent 18 months worth of research time, and we looked at the whole value chain. We broke up each and every process, and we looked at which actor in the value chain would be the best actor to do the right thing at the right time. And that's either humans, so an agent, or a property advisor, which is an office-based assistant that helps you to be really productive, or technology, in which you can automate so many of the manual steps that an agent's day-to-day life consists of. So really, to bring it all back, why did we start Leadhome? Because we fundamentally believe that there was a better way at buying and selling, and we fundamentally believe that agents should have a better life and a better work-life balance when being estate agents. Unfortunately, in the market today, there's very little differentiation between the large real estate brands. So if I'm a consumer, it is very difficult for me to understand what is estate agency brand A versus B versus C. What are they bringing to the table that's different, that's going to assist me and provide me with a better experience when selling my house. At Leadhome, we are all about certainty and transparency. We understand that when you do sell your house, it is a highly complex and stressful environment and a time for you and your family. And the two things that we really can provide you with is certainty, whether it's certainty in terms of the commission that you're paying. You don't have to worry about what percentage of what plus VAT plus. It's a very complicated process. So Leadhome's fixed fee approach allows you to know exactly rands and cents what you're in for. And then from a transparency perspective, everything we do is we're trying to build and provide you with the seller with as much information at your fingertips that allows you to get control, or have as much control as you would like, and to know at any point in time what's happening on the sale of your property. So whether it is having the ability to log in 24/7 into your personalized dashboard to see how many views is my property getting, how many inquiries, who's coming to view my property, whether they've been safety verified, what their feedback is, do they like the rooms, don't they like the rooms, price, whatever it is. We're all about giving transparency, and we think certainty and transparency are the two things that sets us apart from the competition, because of our fees, our technology, and our ability to get our clients the best possible outcome when selling their homes. There's been a lot of lessons learned over the last 5 years. I think my personal capacity as an individual, the biggest lesson that I've learned is that you have to trust your gut. As an individual, I always like to analyze. I love data, I love technology, and I love what that provides. But sometimes there are aspects to life that can't be quantified, you can't put into data and you can't analyze. And sometimes you just have to trust your gut. Some of the best decisions I've made and we've made as a company has been when we trust our gut, when we felt momentum, when we felt the stars align. And sometimes you just have to be bold and do things that other people won't do. Because it's when you take those leaps of faith and when you're prepared to fail while doing so, that you really move things forward. So that's certainly my biggest lesson, is trust your gut. So Leadhome is on a mission to build South Africa's largest tech-enabled real estate platform. What does that mean? Well, we really want to play across the whole value chain and offer our consumers, whether that be a buyer or a seller or agent, with the best experience when buying or selling a house. We want to make sure that as we scale as a business, we provide our consumers with the best value proposition, with most transparency and with certainty when selling or buying a house. From our estate agency's perspective, we want to be the largest and the employer of choice for all the top agents in the country. We want to make sure that we provide the best value proposition for the best agents to join us, to build a career and provide excellent service to our clients. We also want to make sure that we are playing across the value chain, enabling our clients to get home loans, bond financing, insurance, moving companies, anything that is aligned with buying or selling a house. We want to make sure that we can provide you with a stressless experience. We want to make sure that we get great people, and I think that's single biggest mission for us is a great people supporting a great culture. I think one of the things that I'm proudest of in Leadhome is our culture and the incredible people that we've assembled on this mission, and everything we'll do is going to be in the vein of assembling the best possible team to deliver for our consumers. And then lastly, in 5 years, personal ambition, we'd love to have a footprint outside of South Africa. We think there's an opportunity to take our business model and replicate it successfully in other countries with similar industry structures as ours. And so, yeah, I think in 5 years we'll not only be the largest agency in South Africa that plays across the value chain with great people supporting a great culture, but I'd also like to have an international footprint. With the best people. I think there's nothing else than getting the best people assembled on this mission. And for us at Leadhome, it's all about culture, and it's all about identifying people that is aligned in ambition, that's very competitive in their nature, and who wants to make a difference and change an industry for the better. More than anything for us as a company, it's all about doing something that nobody else has done before. It's about being pioneers and breaking through and being bold and taking steps that nobody else is willing to do. So you need great people to do that. You need a great culture. You need a culture where people aren't afraid of making decisions and being bold in the way they think and the way they move. So for me, it's all about getting great people on board, joining our mission and building out something that's never been done before. So there's a number of reasons to join Leadhome. I think firstly, if you are an estate agent out there, and what we've seen with some of the top agents that's joined us, from whether it's Chaz Everett bringing over whole franchises to join us, or whether it's the top agents in Keller Williams South Africa who's joining us, it's all about providing agents with the best support and value proposition that you possibly can. I think technology is moving fast, and many agents out there realize that if their agency is not providing them with support structures in terms of technology or support teams allowing them to be more productive, then they are going to be left behind. Leadhome is at the forefront of this. We're at the forefront of investing in technology, in support teams and infrastructure, and in marketing that allows our agents to be more productive. So it comes down to a number of factors, but the clearest factor is our agents do 4 times the amount of sales than our competitors do, and that allows them to earn way more money than they would anywhere else. We're very excited to grow a top team. Unfortunately, not everybody gets into Leadhome. Our acceptance rate is at 4% in terms of our agent pipeline, so we really do aim to attract the top agent that delivers the best consumer experience out there. I think one thing we understood at Leadhome is that in order to attract the top talent, the top agents in the country, we needed to be able to provide the best value proposition in the industry. And therefore all these things work together: marketing, support, technology, and a commission split that's industry leading. I don't think estate agents will be replaced by technology anytime soon, and I don't think that's in the next 30 years. The reality of selling or buying a house is that it's a big life event. It's high value, and it's something that you do very infrequently, which means that when you do it, you do need assistance. And as we've seen international trends, whether that be robo-advisors in the financial investment space, or people trying to build or cut out their estate agent when doing property transactions, I just don't see it as realistic. We at Leadhome are all about the agents and actually enabling our agents to be more efficient, to provide more value to their clients through a great value proposition as a company, and then giving our agents the technological tools to be more productive. We think of our agents as superheroes, and we think of our technology and our support and our marketing as the capes that these superheroes put on when they go out to see clients. So it's all about the estate agent, enabling them. Technology is great for many things, but they're not great for empathy. They're not great at looking somebody in the eye and shaking their hand or giving somebody a hug when they're going through a tough time. And so no, I don't think technology is going to replace estate agents anytime soon. That's a no-brainer. People. The people we have in this company they are phenomenal. And I think by far the biggest win we have is assembling this top team of talent, whether it's on the agent side, on the support team side, property advisors, post-sales, pre-sales, teams that assist with putting up the boards, the drivers that go out, or whether it's on the tech side where we've built a phenomenal team of technologists led by our CTO, John Murray. It's all about assembling the right people, and this is the easiest answer that I've ever had to give, because it's all about our people, and it's all about the culture that we've built, one of transparency and communication and ambition, and being bold, not being afraid to fail, not being afraid to try new things, not being afraid to make the moves that our competitors are too afraid to make. So yeah, it's all about the people here, and it's by far the biggest win. It's a long story, but we've made quite a few mistakes in our short history of just about 6 years. So when we launched the business, like any good startup story, we did it out of my kitchen on the 25th of November 2015. We had no money, we had not a lot of resources, so we did it by shouting. And one of the first pieces of advice that we got from our first investor, who's Gideon Galloway, the famed CEO of King Price Insurance, was you need to be loud and you need to make waves. And so I guess when we started and we had no name and no brand and no brand affinity or brand awareness out there, we really had to shout to get noticed. And I think we shouted pretty loudly. Unfortunately, the biggest byproduct of our shouting about our fixed fee was the fact that there was a perception that developed in the market that we were anti-estate agent. And that we were all pro-technology and trying to cut out the estate agent of the transaction. And really it couldn't be further from the truth. Is from the start of our business, we've always been about how do we enable our agents to be more efficient, and how do we build a company around really great agents and giving them the tools necessary to provide better consumer experience. So whereas the misconception out there is we're all technology and we're anti-agent, the truth is actually we're all about enabling the agents to provide the best consumer experience to buyers, sellers, landlords, etc. And so that's a big mistake we made. I think we made a lot of PR mistakes there. I think we also didn't communicate our story very well. But we are all about the agent, and we're all about enabling agents and putting on that superhero cape on the agents through our infrastructure support and technology that enables them, as opposed to cutting out the agent. We fundamentally believe that the agent is the fulcrum around which a transaction evolves, and they are the most important actor in this chain. So yeah, that's our biggest misconception.